Here we go. I'm your host, Dr. Vively, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guests are filmmaker and producer with almost 2 decades of experience in the entertainment industry and a star actress and co-producer of his film, De La Cruz. They join us to give a sneak peek preview of the film and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Michael Baez and Sofia Diaz. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here.
Now, wait a minute. You know, TV is wonderful. You're in LA and you're in Mexico, right, Sofia?
Yes.
Give us some temperatures. How's the weather out there?
Go ahead, Sophie. I got you go first.
Because it's cold out here.
Yeah, for me it's kind of cold, to be honest, because we're not used to, this really cold weather like you guys have in the US. But it's pretty cool and it's nice. I like it, to be honest.
And over here it's hot. I'm sure you guys are following the little chaos that's happening in California. It's a little bit too darn hot, as they say.
Yeah. It's getting hot in here. I understand how it works. Now, listen, you've written and produced and directed 6 short films, 3 feature-length films, and nearly 300 television commercials. So that means you've been around the block a couple of times. You know, you're down by law. You know your way around.
Yes.
Tell us about your journey as a filmmaker and creative.
Wow. Interestingly enough, it started in the Bronx. I'm from New York. I grew up in the Bronx.
All right.
Neck, Longstreet Avenue. Lived in Parkchester. Lived in Queens. Grew up in Queens, and traveled back and forth, and then finally moved to California. But found myself back in New York quite often, shooting a lot of TV commercials. Shot a ton of commercials for Cablevision all over the Bronx. I actually did one of my trainings at BronxNet. I did my studio training at BronxNet. I had a show on there. Only did 2 episodes, but I had a show on there for a while.
All right. You're bringing it back home. You're bringing it back around.
Exactly.
And then you come back and you find people who are still doing things, and you say, hey, won't you become a part of this film?
Always. Yeah. I'm always back in the Bronx. And I grew up listening to you. I just realized when you introduced yourself, oh my God, that's that Dr. Bobley from WBLS.
All right. Yeah.
Grew up in New York. But anyway, my journey as a filmmaker has been really exciting. I moved to California, as I said, and to get closer to the industry, and did some stuff out here, but mostly a lot of my stuff was done in New York. And I just had this one story that was just burning in my soul and my heart that I had to tell. And 25 years later, exactly 25 years later, I said, you know what, screw this. I'm tired of waiting. This is going to cost millions of dollars had I shot it in New York, millions of dollars had I shot it in New York and in California. And I said, you know what, I'm just gonna take it outside the country. I explored Colombia with my best friend Angie. I went to Puerto Rico, where my family's from, and it was just taking too long. It wasn't finding the right groove and the rhythm and the flow. And finally, I was on vacation during COVID, and I was in Mexico, and then the light bulb went off, and was like, oh my God, why don't you try to shoot it over here? Yeah, so I shot it over there, and we just finished shooting last year. Well, actually, 2023 in December in Mexico City. But I met Sophie in Guadalajara. She came to an audition, and she just crushed it. She did an incredible job, and she had been training in MMA for 3 years for this role.
Whoa!
Yes.
Sophia, you got the moves?
She got the moves.
I do have the moves.
All right, let me see just a little sample.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do have some moves. Yes.
Sophie, how did you get started in it?
Well, actually, since I was little, I started in musical theater, which I love it, but the cinema opened a door for me, and I just, I don't know, I fell in love with movies and everything. So yeah, it's been a journey, but actually I started on COVID. So COVID opened a door for me because of the self-tapes, because in Mexico was always the casting was presential. Yeah, you have to be there. But thanks to COVID, I could send my self-tape to all around the world. So it's crazy. It was a huge opportunity for me, COVID. Yeah.
Give me a full shot. There you go. Now wait a minute. We have a dog doing voiceovers. Whose dog is that?
Yes, 3 dogs.
No, 3 dogs. And the thing is, They were so quiet, but now that I'm doing interviews, always.
Because they
always.
know they're used to you going on TV, so they want to be a
Yeah.
part of it too.
I want to be on the spotlight. Like,
There you go.
They're really cute. They're really cute
They
dogs.
are. Oh, you should bring them on. Remember when Zoom first started? Oh, everybody had the dogs in the background. Babies came walking through, and all of this stuff started happening. Hey, that's real. That's real
now
TV.
They want the spotlight.
Yeah. My producer was running some pictures in the background. See if you can see these.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, what?
And we don't see them.
You won't be able to see them, but talk about some of the things that like you're on the phone in one of these pictures. Is that one of the movies?
Oh yeah.
What movie is that one? Are you on the phone? You know what project that is? Is that a film, a shoot, or a headshot? What is that?
Oh yeah. That was a Netflix show actually that I'm in right now.
Tell us.
It's a TV show. It's called El Niñero in Spanish, and it's The Money. So yeah, probably is that one. It's on Netflix right now. We just released the second season in November, December from last year. So yeah, I've been around, and I started like 5 years ago.
Yeah. And then they got you an action shot in the De La Cruz movie.
Yeah.
You have an opponent on the other side. You're ready to get busy. You're like,
yeah. So interestingly enough, Sophie had zero martial art experience when we started this journey, and then she spent 3 years in training for this role with the father of the UFC champion at the time. Her name was Alexa Grasso. Sophie trained with Luis Grasso, which is her dad. She trained for 3 years. Tell us about the training, Sophie. I know it was bizarre. It was crazy, right?
It was crazy. I started like in the morning, like for 3 hours, and then going to the gym to actually lift weights for another 3 hours. So it was super exhausting, but it was worth it. I mean, 6 days a week. So it was crazy for me. I was training as a professional fighter.
Yeah.
So actually, Luis, my coach, he was like, okay, so when can we do like a real fight? And I was like, whoa.
Wait.
Yeah, he was like,
so wait, I'm an actress. I don't want to do a real fight. I may get hit in the nose or something.
yeah. I mean, this is what I live for. It's like I cannot mess this.
Did you actually feel what it feels like to get hit in the face?
No, yeah.
Or in the
because I was training with guys. Yeah. It's not a sport that you can wrestle with the girls because they're not used to practice MMA, like not a lot of girls. And here in Mexico, it's not common. So I was wrestling with guys. So even if they don't want to hurt me, oh my God, the punches are way more stronger.
A lot of bruises. There are quite a bit of bruises.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that I had a huge bruise here and I had a red eye. Crazy. It was crazy, but it was totally worth it.
That's how dedicated she is. She's a wonderful actress.
Yeah, you got into the real stuff, huh?
Yeah,
that's good. But now nobody can mess with you.
No.
No.
You can handle herself.
Are you going to continue your training?
I don't know. I was.
Well, we got De La Cruz Part 2 coming, so you have to continue.
Exactly. Yes. She will be continuing. There's Part 2 and Part 3. It's a trilogy. The story is a trilogy. Yeah, and basically, interesting enough, is that it is about a woman defending herself. The story is that Sophie's character, her name is Yoli De La Cruz, and Yoli is young girl, graduating high school, ready to have fun for the summer. She winds up dating the wrong guy. He tries to attack her. She gets away, but then discovers that he has contacts. His dad is a cop, so she can't get justice. So she's seeking justice. So what she does is she goes and trains in MMA. Her character trains in MMA for 6 months, and then goes back on the guy's door, knocks on it, and then gets her justice. She gets street justice.
Whoa! And you start off with a what?
Oh, she kicks him, right? She front kicks him, knocks his butt down the stairs. Oh, sorry.
No spoilers, Michael.
Knocks his butt down the stairs.
No, you already said it. I got it.
I'm sorry. It's the Bronx. I'm sorry, guys. I'm from the Bronx.
Well, let's check out a piece of this trailer right here.
Okay, cool.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Julie, are you okay?
No. Victor! No! I say no!
I'm gonna kill you.
Father like son,
I got into an altercation.
With Yolanda de la Cruz. She showed up at the prison today.
Quisiera denunciar un intento de violación.
This isn't right. He cannot get away with this. He just can't. I want to him, okay? I want to do it myself. I don't want my dad to do it.
I think it's time I finally introduce you to my cousin.
Who's your cousin?
You're gonna teach me how to fight like that, right?
What I'm teaching you will get you something better. Revenge.
Gira, gira. Esto.
Like a wolf. Yoli.
Me acabó.
Remember me?
Baez Entertainment. All right. We applaud you guys. De la Cruz. Baez. Listen, that was lit, especially when the Grim Reaper came up behind you with the eyes lit like that.
Yeah, so in the Mexican culture, she's a Santa Muerte, and she's basically the Grim Reaper, a female version. There's a whole history behind her.
Yeah.
So in the story, she plays a much more significant. We have a storyline about her, and the trailer is so hard. The movie's 2 hours and 8 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, to condense it into 2 minutes was so difficult, but we did it.
This is not a shorty. This is not a shorty that you were used to doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We shot in 16 days, which is nuts. We shot in 16 days, and I spent almost a year in post-production, editing it and color correction, sound mix, all that stuff. But then Sophie kicked butt. She amazing or what?
Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing. You're ready. I guess you can do 2 crafts there. You can do the film thing, and you can really get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, why
We'll
not?
come and watch you. We'll support you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So when is it screening?
Well, we've been winning a lot of film festivals. We've already screened it at a couple of film festivals. Our most recent one was in December. We screened at the Regal Theater in downtown LA. It was beautiful. Our next screening is in February 15th, at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood. We're so excited about the legendary Chinese theater.
The legendary. It's like that little cove that you walk into. Everybody had. Did you sign your name?
No. Only the big stars. Or maybe Sophie will sign her name.
One day.
One day.
Yeah, so Sophie's going to fly in. She's going to fly in from Mexico for that screening. So we've been doing a lot of screening at film festivals. Sophie's already won for 2 awards for best leading actress. She's got an honorable mention for another one. I won for best producer, best editor. The film itself has won for best art direction, best cinematography. We've won 11 awards so far. We've screened in Chile, Venezuela. We're going to screen in Italy.
Wow.
The movie's kicking butt.
Well, congratulations with all the awards and everything.
Thank you.
How long did it take to put together?
Oh man, like I said, it took 16 days to shoot. It took about a year just to raise the budget, which is the most important thing, is getting the money. It took a year for this project, but like I said, I've been doing this journey for over 25 years, trying to tell the story of Yarelys de la Cruz. But I wrote 3 scripts, so there's a trilogy. This is part 1, then part 2, and part 3. But yeah, it took 16 days to shoot. 3 months to edit, and a year even more in post-production, sound mixing, color correction. I have an amazing post-production team, Omar, Carlos, and people. Really great guys. One in Puerto Rico, one in California, and one in Guadalajara, Mexico.
Hey, I want to be in the next couple.
Yes, we'll get you in the next one for sure.
Yeah.
But we will be streaming later this year. We'll be streaming on one of the platforms. We're not sure just yet. We're still taking it out there to see which platform will pick it up. But I'm confident.
You got it. So before we wrap up, I got 30 seconds. When are you screening out in New York?
I'll let you guys know. You'll be the first one. I don't have a screening set, but when we do have one, I'll reach out to you guys. You guys can get the word out.
Okay. Is it all on the website?
Yes, on the website. Yeah, delacruzthemovie.com. People can go on there and just follow us and stay in contact. And then at delacruzthemovie on Instagram.
There you go. Michael and Sofia, man, you guys are doing your thing. Thank you so much, man, for all you're doing.
Thank you for having
Continued
us.
success to you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll be looking forward to seeing you on the big screen.
No doubt.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more next.